Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Enquirer live election coverage stream. Let's see what happens with this stream. Where the hell is Eric? Here he is. Let me put you on the stream. Eric's on the stream. Ooh, hold on. That's gonna annoy me later. Cool. Hi. So we're live. Let's see how this goes. Should we start sharing the link? Wait, we need Leo to. Leo, can you go to the Thai Choir YouTube channel? Can you go to the Thai Choir YouTube channel and see if we're live? Okay. And then I am not wearing this orange thing. We don't have any viewers right now, so that's fine. Wait, use your phone, see if we're live anywhere. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. How's it going with the election? I haven't really been following.
Lots of people.
Lots of people is good. That's a good sign. How's the ASEAN games going?
I did look.
แค่แบบซีเกมนี้มันแบบไม่ได้มีคนดูเลยมั้ย
Not that many, but they give it for free, so there's a lot of people in Cambodia watching them. That's obvious.
I guess.
A lot of people banned them because of obvious reason. Si Kong.
What is that?
Si Kong.
Oh,
Si game.
Are they cheating?
Of course they are, man. They handpicked the sport that they will win only, and
That's fine.
Using their own referee only because they say they don't have enough money.
LOL. Where the hell's Leo? Hold on. What time did I don't know. Hey.
4:02. How you gonna connect here?
I just put him on Zoom. When we're on Zoom, you're gonna have to mute your mic here.
So I'd have to go to Zoom then?
You don't cut, but you just mute the mic here and then talk on Zoom. I hope that's not too complicated. Hold on. Let me message.
But then you won't see me on Zoom. That's okay, right?
I'll see you on this screen, but I won't see you on Zoom.
Yeah. I'll just close me as well.
No, keep this video open. Can you mute your mic? Try muting your mic. Mute your mic on this application. Okay, perfect. Yeah, and then we'll get the Zoom thing going. Hold on. I'm gonna start that in a bit. Where's Leo? We have 0 viewers. Leo James. Okay. Hey, can you check our stream? Just check Discord, and then you can see the messages. Okay. Thanks. He's sleeping. It's okay. I don't blame him. Okay. Let's hope this shit works. Let's hope this shit works. Boom, boom. All right. I'm gonna. How are you talking to Jay?
On my phone with microphone.
No. How are you talking to Jay on
Facebook?
Okay, you're Facebooking. Okay.
Yeah, he messaged. He's active there.
Okay, got it. Cool. I think it's working. How do I? Alright. I need the link. Do you have the link to our live? You're not here. Because I'm going to tweet this out soon.
The link to our live is there, no?
I don't see
I
it.
click on the one. You just have to go up like. Oh, you mean his YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube. I don't see our live. It says it's live here, but I don't see it. Doesn't seem to be live. Yeah.
No, you're not.
Yeah, we're not. Go live.
You did it last time.
Oh, here we go. I got it. I think I got it. Publish. Is it working now?
No, like click on live. There's nothing. It's just like said things from 3 months ago.
Okay, hold on. Why is it not working? Oh, here we go. Try it again. Is it working now?
Yeah, I can see you now.
It should be working now. Okay. Yeah, it should be fine. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of feedback there.
No, I just want to hear just a second. Okay. Hold close. Without the quit.
Yeah, I think we're good. Cool. I'm gonna record this anyway so that we can put it up as a video later. It is now 5:03.
You want to post it? You want me to post it?
I will do it.
Can send the video. Use the video.
What
on
video?
Telegram. When they announce the closing.
The closing of the thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You tweet that. Go ahead and tweet it. That polls are closed.
Poll close.
Poll.
What else do I have to say?
I don't know. Just use ChatGPT.
Hope you made your vote in time. Hope you cast your vote in time. Yep.
Okay, hold on. My channel, your channel. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You tweet that. Okay, that works. And close. Enquirer. I'm going live with
Are you gonna post on the same time as I do?
Yeah, you go ahead first. I'm gonna post it in like 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm putting it up.
Polls are closed and Enquirer going live with another.
What?
What's up?
Video. Luckily, it wasn't too long.
Okay, here we go. My channel.
Okay, I tweeted.
Okay, I will Facebook this and Instagram it, I guess. Enquirer. Switch.
Titinan might ping in at 5:10.
Okay.
That's what he said.
Got it. I'm just gonna. I just Facebooked it as well. It's the same time as yours, so that's fine. Did you send this shit on Telegram as well?
What, the video?
No, the banner.
No. I
Did you
sent it to WhatsApp.
Oh, you sent it WhatsApp. Okay, got it.
Just one of them, though. You want the other two?
No, I just need one.
First? The one without the questions.
Yeah, that's fine. This is fine. Am I on TV? No, I'm on myself.
Are we live?
We are live. Hello, everyone. We have one viewer, so it's Leo. Hello, Leo. How's it going? All right. Once we tweet it, I'm sure we'll get like 1 or 2 viewers, which will be great. Will be great.
1 or 2, yeah.
We'll get 1 or 2 viewers, and then we'll record it and put it on our social media later. I'll cut it up. Can you see people showing up? I only see 0 view. I can see the views, Leo, but I can't see like I can't see chat or anything like that. Okay.
We delay, I think.
Yeah, it's like a 4-second delay. Just in case there's stuff that we need to cut the stream. Emergency.
Who are we gonna put on?
That's good.
It's just us.
No, as in like if there's like sudden. Anyway, what was it? Ooh, we got 2 viewers. Amazing. Oh, okay. How's it been so far? Like there's no, I mean, there was a lot more outrage over like some snafus and like possible fraud during the run up to the pre-election, right? But
we tweeted 200 days of irregularities so far.
But I'm talking about today. Has there been anything?
Yeah, today.
Oh, has there been anything that's been like super obvious?
Chew talk to at least 4
I saw
or
that.
5.
So people who said they sold their vote, right?
Yeah.
For 500 baht.
To 1,000.
Yeah, I'm willing to pay some money to get some votes. Just write in COD.
500 baht in Bangkok, 1,000 baht outside Bangkok.
Damn, Bangkok people are cheap.
It's 33 districts here. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, I suppose.
33 MPs, the highest. So, yeah, just spread the money out.
Phum Jai Thai. So I'm getting the early Nita poll thing. Did you see that?
Yeah.
This is just Kate, but see like Kate. So 172. If Pheu Thai gets 80 to 88 Kate, that's ridiculous. Like that is not that, you know what I mean? That's like above expectation, beyond anything that we can possibly imagine. So we'll see how that goes.
There's another one. See, Patum said, Pure Thai 100, ID to 200, Cao Kai 110, 230.
110, just Kate, Chima. This is not counting list.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck, man. If they get if Calculate gets 100, that's
No, 500. So yeah, รวม
so
ส.ส.
rwam list แล้ว what are they saying เพื่อไทย gets
180 ถึง 200 so 80 to 200, 110,
their internal polling for เพื่อไทย had them at 220.
Yeah.
So that's even
I
less.
think they'll get 200. I think they'll get 200. I don't think they get a lot more than that.
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes.
รวมไทยสร้างชาติ third 45 65 ภูมิใจไทย 40 60.
But no one wants to play with Lung anymore.
I don't know, but
ไม่มีใครเล่น
polls
กับ
keep putting him up there.
ไม่มีใครเล่นกับลุงแล้ว Guns just sent a video. Okay, I'm starting the Zoom now.
Go ahead.
Um,
Did he ping you yet?
He didn't ping me, but I'm gonna start it anyway.
There's nothing under it. Just there. Start counting now.
Show non-video participants. Hide non-video participants. Oh, he's just joined. You want to join that Zoom link too? Do you have the Zoom link?
Yeah. I'll meet here.
Okay. Hi, ครับอาจารย์เจ
สวัสดีครับคอร์ส
Hi, give me 2 seconds, and let me make sure that all this is aligned. We're live right now, so just you're joining us midstream, which is fine. Hi, Eric, are you here? Oh, Eric's joining the Zoom, so we'll hear him from there. How are you? Everything okay on your end?
Everything okay? Okay. So is this how does this work? You saying it's live now?
Yeah, we're already live. We've been live for a little bit. We are live on YouTube, so it's on our YouTube channel. And we've just been talking about elections and possible irregularities, but so far it seems to have gone. The majority of things has gone okay, it seems. So I'm sure if there's irregularities, they might come later.
Well, there's no major disruptions.
Yeah.
As we can see, that's already a good sign. There's been no violence. There's been no intimidation. Remember the vote in 2013, right?
Yeah.
When people were prevented from voting. So we don't have that at least. So it's a good sign. I think to be expected, it's a big electorate, 53 million voters. There'll be, I think, some irregularity, some cases here, there, but by and large, as a whole, so far, what we can see is a vote. It's a free vote, not a fair one, not a fair vote because the rules are not fair, but
Yeah.
at least people can cast their choice.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for Eric to get on. Let's see. Eric, can you join the Zoom?
Yeah, I'm trying. Just a second.
Okay.
They said invalid meeting number for some reason. Let me try it again.
For joining us. Ajahn Jay, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, you've been sort of a long-time commentator of Thai politics, and there's a lot of people that are saying that this election is a monumentous one, an unprecedented one. Can you sort of go into that and why it might be a more significant election than the others that have come before it?
All elections are important,
Yeah.
but what sets this one apart is the agenda on display being put to contest. I think we had elections in 2001, 2005, 07, 11, 2019, And before the last 2 decades, Scott, elections, when I was young, was never really about policies. It was about personalities, patronage networks, and the policy platforms were vague, like they want to bring good life, happiness, prosperity, vote for me, and everything will be great for the nation. But I think in 2001, Thaksin Shinawat's party machine, Thai, they came in with a different ball game. And I think that ball game was about catering to the poor, addressing the urban rural divide, and policies became paramount. And initially in 2001, 2005, Thaksin was criticized, reviled, vilified, if you will, for intoxicating the masses. That populism was a bad thing, was kind of misleading the masses just to get the votes and get the power and then to be corrupt and all that. Now, after 2 decades, we're seeing a different agenda emerging. Yes, populism now is the name of the game. I think it's par for the course now. You see all the parties are populist now, right? So, I mean, I've been saying that Thaksin has won the populism war. But his party, Pheu Thai, now is fighting a war they have already won, which is the populism platforms. The various parties, and the Pheu Thai has a 10,000 baht scheme. It looks very gimmicky, but that's what they do. What's new here? What makes this election new and unprecedented and exciting to many people is a Move Forward Party. The Move Forward Party has been dissolved once as Future Forward. Thaksin's Pheu Thai has been dissolved twice in 2007, 2008. Move Forward now comes with a different agenda, moving the frontier of Thai politics to the next stage. It's no longer just about catering to the poor, to the provinces, but structural reforms, reforming the traditional institutions that have run the place here, call the shots here. And those are the military, the monarchy, judiciary, bureaucracy. And that's why I think people are excited, because a lot of people, I think, feel that, Thailand has been stuck for so long and there needs to be change. There needs to be reform. And Move Forward has tapped into those sentiments and has really struck a chord. And that's why I think this election now moves us to the next stage in Thai politics.
Right, and you mentioned how you think that, and it's stuff that you've argued in your articles and speeches that you've given about how populism has won, and we see that in the policies of everyone, right? From Pheu Thai to Rwam Thai Sang Chat to Thai Sang Thai, from both sides of the spectrum, everyone sort of has their own take on populist policies, whether it's a handout or whether it's stipends for certain groups in the economy. We see that going. But do you see this election more of a referendum on those kind of issues, like the populist issues, or more of a referendum on where Thailand is going in terms of its political system, where the old guard is sort of up against the new guard with Move Forward, and it's more of a referendum on democracy versus the guided democracy that Rwam Thai Sang Chat espouses?
Well, it's a combination with a lot of overlap, as you can see. I mean, you use the word referendum. I think that's a fair characterization of this election. It's a vote for or against the last 9 years of General Prayut as Prime Minister, 5 years military government, 4 years after election in 2019, based on the constitution written during the coup era. So I think at the same time, a vote here is also a vote for democracy, in Thailand. I mean, democracy, I think, has nuances, but certainly having a military coup is not democracy. And having a military coup-inspired constitution that we have now from 2017 constitution, military-inspired, that's not democracy. So I think people want to have a voice, a say, and I think people want to have their collective decision, their collective will, popular will, to decide, to be decisive, to run the place and to determine the outcomes. And that's why I think this election says a lot about all of that. It's also an election about whether General Prayut can continue. We can see the numbers speak for themselves from the polling. I mean, we have different polls, and not all the polls are reliable, but by and large, on average, the polls do not point to big victory for the pro-military parties, United Thai Nation, Rome Thai Sang Chart, or Palang Pracharat. But the poll suggests that the opposition parties, Pheu Thai and Move Forward, are going to win by big margins. So I mean, already we're seeing Thailand is changing, and the changing Thai society is manifesting here in this polling, this vote today. I think they want to turn away from the military authoritarian past. They want to embrace a more democratic future, and especially for young people. I mean, the future is the key word. They want to have a better future for Thailand in order to have a better future for themselves.
As a longtime observer of Thai politics, is the youth vote now something that you've ever seen in your lifetime, where there's a lot of people between, let's say, between 18 and 40 that are really geared up for the election, really excited about it, really pushing forward with it? Has this been something that you've ever seen? Is this something that has happened before and is manifesting itself again, or is this a very unique thing that's starting in Thai politics?
I think it's a new phenomenon because the youth vote, the demographics, the younger voices below 40, you mentioned even below 35, first-time voters. There has never been an organization, a critical mass, and a political consciousness among young people like today. Normally, young people are apathetic. When I was growing up, I mean, you turn away from politics, and politics was patronage driven. And older people, I mean, they would even buy votes, and there's a lot of vote buying and all of that. And you can see this 15 years ago, 20 years ago. I mean, a lot of people, voted for the Thaksin parties, Thai Rak Thai, Palang Prachachon, and they were not, across strata, across different segments of society. But it was not really the youth vote. I think the crystallization of younger voices was really a 2020, 2019 election. I mean, 2019 elections in March 2019, Future Forward captured the collective imagination of young people because they grew up seeing two military coups, especially in 2014, and they saw that their future was being squandered by the military authority and the authoritarian era. Constitution was very crooked, and Thailand. They can also see Vietnam, Indonesia surging ahead, and Thailand was being left behind. And this is their future. So when the party Future Forward came up, it was really it struck a chord among them, right? And then the party was dissolved, summarily dissolved, under bogus charges in February 2020, and sparking nationwide youth protests all over the country, especially on campuses. So these young people, they had a public political consciousness that I haven't seen before, and a critical mass and organization and willingness. They used to be called the keyboard people, right? They would sit behind keyboards and have social media expressions and complaints and so on. But now they actually go to the voting booth. And so after the dissolution of Future Forward, I think in fact it actually strengthened the party, because when it became Move Forward, these young people are even stronger now. Their conviction. I mean, you can see the rallies, a lot of conviction, a lot of passion. I mean, the other rallies I see from other parties, especially pro-military parties, that look kind of flat. But the Move Forward party has a lot of energy, enthusiasm, excitement. So, these young people, I mean, new phenomenon. I don't think we've seen this before, and it's going to change Thailand.
You might have noticed that our audience, our target demographic for Thai Enquirer skews quite young. We have a lot of very young people, young professionals, students that follow us on all our platforms. And there's a lot of anxiety that we're seeing in the comments, a lot of anxiety when we talk to these students about how the conservative establishment at every turn since the 2006 coup has sort of stepped in after an election to nullify the results of that election, starting with Kun Samak's government, with Kun Somchai's government, with what happened with what happened to Kun Yingluck's government after the coup, and then with the dissolution of the Future Forward Party after the 2019 election. If Move Forward gains a lot of ground and Pheu Thai does well as is expected, do you think that conservative establishment would sit idly by and accept the results of that election, or do you think that there might be some extrajudicial, behind the scenes maneuvering that might result in the nullification of this poll?
It depends, and I mean this. I mean, it depends on the results. I mean, your audience is young people. I also have been working with young people myself. I've been a university lecturer for 30 years, and I've seen, in the last, I would say 5, 6 years especially, there's been a kind of a certain consciousness among them and almost a consensus among them that the country needs to change. It's not going in the right direction. And so I think we saw the protests in 2020. If there's another party dissolution, we can be sure that there will be protests. I mean, dissolution is a disenfranchisement of voters, right? If this happened in any other country, there will be protests because basically people's votes, people's rights to determine their collective future is being robbed and deprived and taken away when you dissolve a party. So I think that there's a lot of anxiety, certainly among younger voters, because we've seen a lot of dirty business here in Thailand, and it's one-sided, it's biased. 2 military coups, multiple dissolutions of major political parties, disenfranchising millions of people, 2 constitutions during the military eras, and then all kinds of ban and disqualifications of elected representatives, MPs, and so on. So people are right to be very anxious about what's next. It's almost like we can see what the results will be. I mean, the pro-military party is not going to win this election by all indications, right? And now it's also very, very difficult to cheat in elections because of the social media technology, empowerment from the bottom up, and it's just hard. You go to the polling booth, lots of people have their eyes on the counting, on the vote. So I think for young people, not surprisingly, that they are afraid that there'll be some tricks up the sleeves of the powers that be. On the other hand, if the margins of victory are unassailable, so substantial, it'll be difficult to overturn without a high price. I mean, a military coup would be the highest price, and you would definitely get protests from military coup, get protests from the party dissolution. So if the margin is so large, like 2019, the margin was small enough, to I think it was 136, 118. So yeah, I mean, fewer than 20 MPs. 18, you can kind of shade the margins and get the result you wanted. But now, if the margin is over 100 MPs, very difficult to overturn and manipulate and subvert. So if they do that, and young people are afraid of that, and there's a good reason because we've seen a lot of manipulations. On the other hand, we might see a deal, some kind of a compromise. They might remember 2011, the Yingluck government came to power. Pheu Thai won the election, won 265 out of 500. It was an unassailable margin. So they put up with it. They let it take office, and then once it made the first big mistake with the amnesty bill, the other side then derailed and basically ejected the Yingluck government with the military coup in 2014. So it could be that if the margins are unassailable, we might see some kind of a deal in the meantime to let it come to office and tolerate it until it makes a mistake, and then they'll figure out something down the road. But I think now the young people here, young voters, younger demographics, they're here to stay. So even whatever tricks are up the sleeve, I think it will be very difficult. That's why I think there's no exit from democratization in Thailand. In the end, you can have more coups, more dissolutions, but it will come back to a vote anyway. And every vote we see, the pro-military parties are not winning.
You mentioned the C word. You mentioned the C word, which is something that very many people are very apprehensive about. If there is a coup, like we saw in 2006 and we saw in 2014, when there was a coup, there wasn't that many people that came out. In 2014, there definitely were, like Kun Rangsiman and his friends came out to oppose it, but it was a very small minority that actually did something. Do you think that that's not the case anymore, that if there was a coup, that there would be widespread demonstrations this time, something akin to maybe what happened to Marcos back in the day in the Philippines that led to his ouster? Something that major, with the assassination of Aquino. So, like, if there was a coup this time, do you think the kids won't let it happen where they would stand down? Do you think there would be people in the streets?
This will have to be my last question.
That's
think
totally
that I think that for sure we have seen already protests in 2020. We saw protests in 2009, 2010, and there have been people who've been disenfranchised systematically. Certainly, if there's a systematic subversion of the result, there'll be demonstrations. Now, to what extent, how far, I think it'll be certainly more vociferous, more intense, and more widespread and more sustained than what we saw in 2020. And it depends on the kind of suppressive tactics, the kind of back and forth, but it could really spread. You remember it's not just the younger people, but also the older people. I mean, the old red shirts. I mean, they're not happy with coups either. So if you have combined forces of people who don't want to go back to a military authority in the future, another coup. If they're opposed to a coup, they could really put up some resistance. And then it depends on the people behind the coup, if they're willing to pay the highest price and really crack down. And so that could really spiral. It's hard to say. We haven't gone that far, and hope we don't get there. I'm hoping that still there'll be some compromise, but at the end of the day, there has to be some change and reform in Thailand, and we can do it incrementally, but denying it will not work. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, and thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Let's meet up after the election and do a longer chat.
Thank you. Thank you
ได้
very
ครับ
much.
ขอบคุณมากนะครับ
สวัสดีครับ
ครับสวัสดีครับ You're still live, Eric. What's going on? Update us. How's the polls looking? You're muted, by the way. And you're back. How's the early exit polls looking?
So on this poll, put Pheu Thai at 246.
246 is very good for them. It's better than what the earlier polls were going.
33 for List MP, 213 for Constituency MP. Move Forward came second with 106.
106. Wow.
Yep.
Phum Chai Thai's third.
Yep, and Democrat somehow up there at 28 seats.
Someone saved them? Did someone save the Democrat Party of Thailand? Amazing.
Well, so this poll got a sample size of more than 160,000 people.
Well, that's a lot. Holy shit.
Yeah, and they conducted between May 1st and 6th.
So Ken is sending me early exit polls from Gautama.
We already retweet that. We retweet that.
Yeah. So out of all the kids, it's 33 for Gao Klai and 1 for Pheu Thai. You know what that says to me?
No. What?
It says the Democrats are done as a party. That's all that says to me. That the Democrats are done.
Things otherwise.
The Democrat. If that's the case, if Bangkok is like that, Democrats are done, man. Yeah. All right, thank you, listeners. We got a question from the audience. How do you think if Pheu Thai can form a government that we will see the return of PDRC protests? I don't think they would come out right away. They're kind of spent and split right now. If Pheu Thai makes a mistake, I think they'd come back. I also think that there's going to be a lot of machinations behind the scenes before we even get to a protest stage. So they're going to try to do extrajudicial stuff to mess with the election results before we ever get to the protest states. Protests are like a year or two down the line, I think, from that side of things. If they dissolve the House and if they decide to have a coup, or if they dissolve one of the party, either Move Forward or Pheu Thai, then we're going to see huge protests. Probably the likes.
All the PDRC people is already with the
Yeah.
United Thai Nation Party or Rome Thai Thang Chat. So they're going to be trying something else before going down the street. Like
exactly. Yeah. So it's gonna be iffy for a bit. Some other early results. Let's see. Yeah, this is a crazy stat. Look at this. So on your screen, you're gonna see the early predictions for Bangkok. Everything is orange. Everything is orange, except for Kid. 20อะไรวะ What is Kid? 20 Gautama. I don't know.
No idea. District's running.
No, let's see. Khao Sot has an early prediction. I'm seeing a lot of these videos of people talking about cursing the results or cursing the election commission. We'll see how that goes. It is now 5:35 p.m. We had a really good interview with Ajahn Jay that we're going to chop up into little pieces and put on social media. And then we should reconvene. What time's a good time, Eric, to go live again?
I think at 6:30 when the results start coming in. Right now, when we look at the ECT system,
Yeah.
let me double check if they have started counting. Yeah, it's still zero.
Still zero for the official results.
Unofficial result.
The matter just said that they've started counting real-time stats. From the has Galgalai ahead of Petai, but that's okay. I think the Bangkok districts tend to report earlier than the districts
Yes.
from upcountry anyway. So you're probably going to see a big orange wave at the beginning, and then everyone else is starting to catching up, and we'll see how far they catch up.
District 20 is Lakabang, by the way.
Oh man, my friend for Petai didn't get her seat. Palimonton. So the Greater Bangkok area tends to report first, and then we're going to start seeing results from the other areas of the country.
By 6:30, we should have some idea.
Yeah, by 6:30 we'll have some idea. So we'll restart our live at 6:30, and then we'll probably go for the long haul then after 6:30. So Eric and I are going to take a bio break and maybe get some food, and then we'll come back in an hour. Thanks, guys, for tuning in, and we'll see